This is day 43 of journaling my life online every single day until I graduate. And today I spent a lot of time reflecting on basically how I've progressed over the last couple of years. It just happens that every couple of months I get into one of these moods, and it's usually because I just finished what I think of, as like a small chapter in my life. Like over the last 2 weeks, I think I've worked harder, like in general, than I have ever in the past before. Like I've been doing basically 3 or 4 hours of concentrated work every single day. And there are kind of two big lessons that I've realized from this reflection today, which is that one, back then, if I had one thing I could tell my younger self, it would be that it's really important to kind of thread the needle when you're trying to be as productive as you can. Like, oftentimes when we try to lock in, we're just like, okay, I'm gonna, work as hard as I possibly can. I'm gonna study for 7 hours a day, and then you just kind of go to one really big extreme. And then after a couple days, I at least end up burning out completely. And I don't know if it's even burning out, it's just like, it was so unrealistic to begin with. And then, I just stopped working completely, and then I go to the other extreme of not doing any work at all and just like sitting on my ass and watching anime or like playing video games. So I think the most important thing is to actually, one, align with what you really want to do. So work out the thing that you actually want to put effort into. For me recently it's been making videos, and then before it was like building my business. Like find something that you really want to do that you can put work into it, and then to have realistic goals when you're doing it. So Aristotle says it as like finding the mean. So you don't want to be, for example, say the thing we're trying to aim for is to be courageous. You don't want to be too courageous, because then you'd be rash or brashness. And then you don't want to be too uncourageous, because then you would be cowardly. So the perfect balance is to show courage, which is to act with the right amount of, fearlessness in a situation. And in the same way when we're studying or when we're working or kind of when we're doing anything, right? Like even in the gym it applies, where if you try to lift too heavy weights too fast, then you're going to injure yourself. But if you lift not heavy enough weights, not fast enough, then you will not grow. So you need to find some sort of balance between the two. And I think that's the one thing that when we're young, we find really hard to do. I mean, I'm still young, but when we're young, we find hard to do. And as I've gotten older and I've spent more time working through myself, like kind of working out how I work and in what situations I'm able to be more productive, I find that the most important thing is to find that kind of balance.